Good morning and welcome to day 3 on the LHHT, Laurel Highlands hiking trail. Another rainy morning. Rained most of the night, I think all night pretty much. But we stayed dry in our shelter, had a nice fire that lasted most of the way through the night, but it's warm enough that we don't really need it for warmth anyway, so just more for dryness. So got up this morning, pre-dawn. It was dark, but we wanted to get moving because we have a long day today, most likely. Trying to make up some of the miles that we didn't do yesterday. So we potentially will have a 24, 25 mile day today. We'll see. I think there's another shelter at about 18 miles. Something like that. So we'll see what the day brings. The last weather check looked like we might get a break this afternoon. It's not raining too terribly right now, but it is coming down lightly, so just keeping us damp, forcing us to kind of keep our rain jackets on. So we will hopefully get to shed those after lunch and dry out a little bit. But in the meantime, enjoying the nice fall hike through the western PA mountain. Nice to see some of the fall colors. We're not anywhere near peak yet, but it is pretty. All right, check in with you later. So here we are in the mid-50s mile range. Somewhere again, we're heading south, so we're decreasing numbers, but just the cool part of this part of the trail are these rock formations that are around. Not sure if there's a story behind these. A quarry, perhaps. Not really sure, but it's kind of a neat section to walk through. Unfortunately, we got a pretty rainy morning, but we'll still enjoy it. The view is still nice. Probably my favorite part of this trail. Oh. Smile. All right, it is, I don't know, 1:30, 2 o'clock, somewhere in that range. And the sun is trying to come out. I don't know that it will, but it is certainly brighter. The rain has stopped, and it is just gorgeous right now. We're trying to now just let our clothing dry out on us a little bit and just enjoy the lack of water dripping off of everything. It's really nice right now. So hopefully it stays this way the rest of the afternoon, and we can get to camp and not be sopping wet like we were when we stopped for lunch. Good hiding spot for a bear. Yeah. Oh yeah. That goes pretty far back in there. It's cool. As you may or may not be able to tell, we are approaching the bridge over the Pennsylvania Turnpike. It's got a really neat bridge here with the name of the trail on it. Which is pretty cool. Oh, now we're focusing on this fence. There we go. See if we can get through the fence there. So it's a pretty cool bridge. We'll walk over here and go through it. All right, here we are with the wrap up for day 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
3, yes. Hasn't even been that many. On the yeah, really. On the Laurel Highlands hiking trail. We are doing this via headlamp because, well, as you can see behind us, it is dark. We had yesterday, since we only did 8 miles and stopped due to the rain, today we decided we would make up all 11 miles from yesterday plus do today's miles.
Because why not?
Because why not? Yeah. So it started out drizzly this morning, and overcast and foggy and wet, just wet. And so we kept going, and we're hoping that the forecast was correct and that the afternoon would clear up. So we got 11 miles. We got to where we were planning to go yesterday by lunchtime.
Yes,
11:30.
but it did rain right before we got there.
Yeah.
So we were saturated.
We were pretty wet. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. And so we took our lunch break there, and it was
quick.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Like
yeah,
10 minutes.
It was more than 10, but yes, yeah. You let me eat a little bit longer than 10.
It was
minutes.
a teacher school lunch, is what it was.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. So then we headed right back out again, and because we still had a good 14 miles to go, but what, I don't know, 1:30ish, 2 o'clock maybe, is the rain stopped.
Yes,
And,
fortunately.
yeah, and it was beautiful.
Well, okay.
Okay.
It brightened up. It didn't clear up. We didn't see sun
True.
necessarily.
Yes. The sun looked like it wanted to come out, but it didn't.
But it did clear out,
It definitely cleared
so
up,
we were
yes.
able to.
Yeah, and through the trees we could see some of the
See more
neighboring
than 10 feet in front of
mountainsides, and
us.
yeah, so it was really nice. But it was kind of nice just to not be socked in and rained on. So yeah, so we kept going. At that point, I don't know, I felt better when the rain stopped. I was like, okay, let's just do it all. We weren't sure where we were going to stop, either the last shelter or this one, and they're only 7-8 miles apart. Oh,
5.8.
Yeah, 5.8. Right. So, but we got to that one, and we're like, all right, well, let's just keep going. Let's finish it
like
up.
3 o'clock. So
Yeah. So it didn't make sense to stop. Although at that point I was starting to get tired.
it made sense to my legs to stop.
Yeah, it's true. I was starting to get tired, and after that point, I was just mentally and physically, I started to deteriorate. The last 5 to 7 miles, I would say.
That's because
It
there was
slow.
a lot of incline.
There was a lot of
And it
incline,
was steep.
yeah. So in total, we did over 25 miles, which is the longest we've done so far this year. Any day, including the PCT and the Oregon Coast Trail, we never did a 25-mile day. So now we did that. Check.
Didn't know that was on the bucket list.
Yeah. So, and we also had 4,100 feet of ascent, which was broken up all day in little bits and pieces, but they were all...
It seems to be like it was all concentrated at the end.
Well, that's true. There was a lot of it at the end, yeah, when we were mostly exhausted. So, but there were some neat rock formations that we went through today. Got some video of those, and the bridge over the
turnpike.
Over the turnpike, yeah. So that was pretty neat.
And we saw a deer.
We saw a deer and we saw a toad.
A spike.
So those are the two animals we've seen on this trail so far. Yay! Deer and a toad. So anyway, we got here 5:30, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. And yeah, we just immediately got into... Oh, what was that?
Oh, no. Owl?
Oh, there's a barred owl going behind us now,
Cool.
which
All
is
right.
really cool. Anyway, so we just immediately went into chores, get everything done, getting the fire going, so we could try to dry out some clothes. And now finally here we are doing this.
They're not
So,
going to dry.
Probably not going to dry, but tomorrow, what's the forecast?
Oh, by the way, the ranger
Oh, yeah.
ranger did come up and check in on us. So
Mhm.
I was anticipating that. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't get out yesterday. I'm like, I wonder why.
Yeah,
Because
it was raining. Yeah. Forecast for tomorrow is supposed to rain tonight.
It's supposed to rain overnight, sometime in the morning as well, and then hopefully clear up. We might see the sun tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. So tomorrow was the day, in looking at the long range forecast, that it was supposed to stop raining, and then Thursday, the fifth day, is actually supposed to be sunny. So
It's constantly changing, so I'll check tomorrow morning.
So we'll hopefully that'll hold up.
Yeah.
So anyway, so there you go. That is day 3 on the Laurel Highlands Trail. We are going to wrap up here and go to sleep soon. Maybe sleep in a little bit tomorrow, because
Yes,
we
I'm
are
gonna
now
turn off my alarms.
Yeah. We're back on track now, and we don't have to do long miles. So
No, I think we have like a 14 or 15 tomorrow.
okay, so that's
Yeah,
reasonable.
that's definitely doable.
Yeah. So okay. Well, I won't take a shot of the campsite tonight because you won't see anything. All right. It looks just like the others. All right. Have a good night.
Good night.